Good morning, everyone. My name is Joyce. I'm going to be using some weights today with a full body workout today at your own pace, moving in your own range of motion. So let's just start with a deep breath. We're inhaling up, exhale down. We're inhaling through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. Two more. You can stand if you like. I'll be seated and standing throughout, and we're going to go into a march. You can come out of the chair or stay in the chair. Just a few paces here, a few steps here, and then we're going to add in some arms. As we're adding in the arms, we're going to start stepping out. Side to side, it's a light tap. You can lower the arms if you need to, but if you can, take them apart for a nice warm up. And then we're bringing the arms down, and we're marching again. Going to take 2 steps to your right with the tap and 2 steps to your left. Going back and forth. Careful you're not tripping over anything. I've got my weights behind me. And don't forget to breathe. Let's do one more set like this. Back over to your left, and then we're going to march again. Going to lift the arms a little bit more and our knees. And then it's a slight trot if you want to. I'm just barely lifting my heels, not staying on my toes completely, but a little more active here, or just a basic march for you. Let's go to a grapevine to your left, to your right, and then to your left. I'm stepping behind for a grapevine, or you can step together and tap. Up to you. Sure, you're keeping the shoulders down, keeping the tension out of our shoulders, and we're breathing. One more set here. Come back center and march again. And take the arms up and down, up. Let me march back a little bit, up and down. So it gets the heart rate up a little bit more when we're lifting the arms up over the head. Or in your range of motion, you may not want to take your arms all the way up, and we're back to a march. And then lift the heels a little bit more, like a stay in place jog. Okay. And then breathe. Stay here, we're gonna stay here for 20 more seconds, still warming up, or take it back to a march, or in the chair, same thing, in the chair, but you'll be seated. Inhaling, take a deep breath in, exhale through the mouth. One more, inhale, and exhale through the mouth. And take the feet out a little bit wider, and we're going to squat. It's not deep yet. Your arms can come in front, they can come to your thighs or to your waist. In the squat, chest is still lifted, and we're pushing our hips back and just going up and down. Not too deep yet. For me, I need to warm up my knees a lot more before I can go a little bit deeper. And 2 more here. And we're coming to the chair for our weights. I'm going to go ahead and pick my weights up. I'm going to be doing a little bit of an arm blast this morning, so you'll need very light weights. I left my cans in the car, so I'm using the club weights, and these are about 2.5 pounds. But what we are going to do, this is plenty weight, or your cans about 12 ounces or 1 pound will be a lot. So we're going to start with the arms down, and then we're going to lift the arms up and down. I'm going to give you another option. We're not counting here, I'm watching the clock. They're each about 1 minute. If you want to add in here, let me step, as you're taking back, you can lift your left knee or tap here. Adding in a little bit of cardio as we keep moving, get the heart rate up, or in the chair, you out and back. All the way down, up. Remember, we are exhaling through the mouth, or lift up if you feel like you have balance today. I have a lot of bad allergies and it really affects my balance. So I'm going to tap down, squeezing the weight. A few more seconds here. I'm going to change up a little bit, starting with the biceps. And then I'm going to take it back. I'm going to take it back, lift all the way up, and take it back and up. Back and up. You can lift your knee. Again, I'm staying right here for my balance. Or in the chair, you can do the same thing. Remember, we're still moving. So in the chair, you can go to the heels. We're going back further with the arms, not stopping at the hips. Up and down, all the way back. So we will get tired before we do this. We'll do this at least 12 minutes. And that's why we're using really light weight. These weights are going to get heavy for us. But we're really working the arms to start off. And then we'll move down into our legs. 2 more like this. And then we're turning the weights going up to the shoulders and down. Up and down. Again, you can still move. We're on the same side with the leg, or tap, or seated with your heel. So we've changed the direction of our wrist and our hands. And we are going back further. Working all sides of the tricep. Oops. See, my balance. Bicep. Back, front. So we're not swinging the arms either. We're bending at the elbows. If you don't want to use the legs, it's a soft bend in both of the knees. And breathe up and down, doing about a minute on each of these moves. 2 more seconds. I am watching the clock. And then roll the shoulders back and down. And we're going to take the weights, the palms facing back, and we are changing legs. So out, out, lifting, lift. Trying to move where you can see, and we're squeezing the tricep muscle that we're working. It is a smaller muscle group, and it will tire. And if you want to use, you can lift again as the arms are going back. Bring the foot down as the arms are coming down. We're stopping at our hips here. Inhale and exhale. If you need to, you can breathe in through the mouth and exhale through the mouth. Up and down, and I'm already feeling these. I have 2.5 pound weights. And we're changing up and down, up and down. So my elbows are into the side of my body. My palms are facing up. We're squeezing the weight lightly, not too tight. You can do this in the chair also, if I don't miss my chair. Or you can lift the knee up and down here, up and down. Find your rhythm. And because we are doing this for about 12 minutes, we may go into 15 minutes. We're using light weights. They will get heavy for us, but we want to challenge ourselves this morning. Take a break if you need to, and your options, you could use one arm at a time. Same thing. 2 more seconds. Bring them down. Take a nice deep breath. We're going to turn the weights where they're facing forward. We're going up to the shoulders, down to the hips, up and down, up and down. Or seated, or just stand here with soft bend in your knees and lift the heel. Much easier, much safer for my balance today. It's a beautiful day today. Get out and get some sunshine. If you can, a little vitamin D, vitamin C from the sun. We all need that. up and down, or staying seated if you want. Remember, this is your class. Take any option that your body needs. Yeah, I'm starting to feel it. We're almost 5 minutes into this. 2 more seconds here. And bring it down, arms come down. We're going to take the weights in towards the center of the body. Our elbows are staying in or opening. Again, if you want to use the legs, up and down, out with the weights, and watching the shoulders so they are not hunching up. We want to keep them down. Same thing here. What I'm doing is the same thing standing. My elbows are going out too far, sorry. But I'm seated mainly because of my balance today. And inhale, don't forget we're breathing. Sometimes when we're focusing on our movement, we forget to breathe. We hold our breath. Out and in, out and in. Remember, or you can stretch the step back and forth. A lot of options here, always taking your options. Standing, where weight starting almost up towards the chest, and we're going out and in, out and in. Again, a little coordination here, or staying seated. Try to take the strain out of the base of your skull. Try to relax there, just at the base of the skull. And keeping in mind, the further away we get from the body with the weights, the heavier the weights feel, and the more challenging it is for us. Relaxing through the face, the forehead, the jawline. And breathing at the same time. Take a nice deep breath, but keep the arms moving. Remember, options here, one at a time. Just a few more seconds. We'll be staying with this, but we'll be changing our direction. Moving into the shoulders, let's change our direction. Keep moving as much as you can. And I am feeling a little strain at the base of my skull, so I'm going to try to relax there more. In and out, we're drawing a big circle. Getting tired, I am. I'm feeling the same thing that you are. And breathe. Be nice to meet people. So I did watch my video, a little bit of my last one doing the weights. It's hard to watch yourself on a video, trust me, it is. But my shoes were so loud when I was stomping, so I'm trying to be a little bit lighter with my feet today and not stomp. A few more seconds. I know I'm tired too. Woo. Now we're going to take these weights up. We're going to squeeze in and out, in and out, in and out. With the knee, it's going to be done in the chair too. Weight's getting heavy. Wow, we're almost 10 minutes into this. Woo. Breathe. Notice it gets their heart rate up also. Good to add in a little bit of cardio with our movement. Remember, you can go one at a time. Ooh, that's harder actually with the coordination for me. Breathe through it. Inhale. Exhale. Really blow it out through the mouth. Our abs are engaged as we're lifting. Work the core also. Weights are heavy. 2 more seconds. And then we're going to bring the arms down for just a moment. Roll the shoulders, then we're going back up, and we're going up and down. Elbows out from our shoulders, not coming all the way down, up and down. Working against gravity. Ooh, I'm feeling this in my arms. I'm sure you are too. Remember, your option is one at a time. My shoulders are on fire, which means it's working. Up and down, up and down. If you're feeling this in your neck, one at a time, or lower down, and don't bring your elbows down, don't come up as high. Up and down, up and down. A few more seconds. All right, ooh, 2 more seconds, 2 more. Let's bring these arms down. Take the arms down, keep the shoulders at rest. Going to point the weight down and up. If you want to add in a little squat, you can do that. It's not a big squat. We're focusing on the arms mainly, but we do want to keep moving if you want to keep active here. So it's down and up. Feel it in the forearms, and we're working our wrist. Trying to create strengthening our wrist is what I'm trying to say. And here you can march. Down and up. Should be feeling in the forearms by now. We forget about that area. We do work it when we're lifting weights. We're just focusing on that area right now. And we have 2 more seconds. Then we're going to bring the elbows in, and we're going in and out. We're lower now. We're not uplifted. In, out, and in. There we go. Out and in. Hang in there with me if you can, or one arm at a time. Shoulders should be feeling a little bit better now. We've lowered the arms. And in, out and in. Yeah, these little 2.5 pound weights are feeling much heavier right now. That's why I chose a lower weight. Like I said, I left my cans in the car. Out and in, out and in. A few more seconds. And then we're going to turn the weights up. Our elbows are in and they're low towards the body. Out and in. Again, the further we get away from the body with the weights, the heavier they are. And you can do one at a time. Watch that you're not slouching in your chair. We're still sitting up straight. These are hard for me. These are really hard for me. These are not my favorite, trust me. They are not. Even though we don't like it, we still need to, certain moves, still have to do them. Out and in, out and in. We're halfway on these. Good news, we're halfway on these. Keep moving. My shoulders are wanting to lift up, so I've got to be aware of my shoulders and my abs. Pull them in nice and tight. Out and in, out and in. 2 more like this. And then bring it down. Let's take a nice deep breath. That was about 14 minutes of this. It went fast. So we're going to take these weights and place them on the floor, keeping your head lifted so that we're not folding completely over. You may want to put yours underneath your chair so you don't step on them. So let's take the right arm, reach it up, open up the side of the rib cage, a little bit of a stretch. And then we're taking your right arm down, and you can come to your lower back here and draw your right shoulder back. Or your right hand reaching for your left hand. Notice our chest is open and we're drawing both shoulders back. If you're really flexible in your shoulders, you can take both hands behind. Notice I'm not holding onto my elbows, and that's because I can't. My range of motion won't go there. So shoulders back and down, keep pressing them down. And then release. Opposite arm up. Going to open up the side of the rib cage again. Just a little stretch in between. Take your left hand behind the lower back, stay there, or reach for your opposite arm, which would be your right. Shoulders are drawing back. and release. Going to round our spine after that because we probably arched a little bit. And we're sitting up, have some water, and I think we'll go ahead and come behind the chair. We'll come back to the chair. And remember, you don't have to leave the chair. Making sure your weights are out of your way. I'm really bad at tripping over mine. So you can come behind the chair or to the side of the chair. I'm going to move a little bit, going to add in some Pilates to our workout. What we're going to do is go into a light squat, then lift up, and your right leg lifts back into the squat, stand up in your other leg. So we're pressing through the heel, and we're not lifting too high. For balance, hands are where it helps you for your balance. So take the squat, stand up, going back and forth, changing out the legs. I'm not coming into a deep squat. I am feeling it in my knees today. So I'm being very careful. Working the legs and the tush, the glutes, the gluteal muscles behind, getting into the thighs also, up and down, up and down. Again, I'm not counting today. I'm watching the clock. And down. If you get tired, you can come to just the squat or just lifting back and forth. For me, I need a lot of work back here. And where foot is flexed, not too high. We want to protect the lower back. Also, don't want to bring the chest forward. Keeping our chest lifted, the heart center open, because we are breathing. And up, 2 more seconds. We did this a little bit longer. And then we're coming to just the glute work. Start with your right foot, and we're staying on this right side. We're lifting with the heel, up and down, up and down. Keep the foot flexed, and it's a light tap, getting more into the lower glutes here. The opposite leg, soft bend in the leg. Let's take a deep breath. Exhale. Up and down, up and down. Again, I'm feeling this like you are. If you have any pain, especially on the opposite side, because we're working both sides because we have our weight, it would be your left leg. So 5 more seconds, up and down, up and down. And we're changing legs. Let's walk it out for just a moment. Weight into your right leg, and we have the weight there without bowing the hip out. So squeeze, and your left leg is lifting. Foot staying flexed. It's up and down, wrong way, up and down. Again, it's only coming a few inches off of the floor. That's so we can focus on this area and protect the lower back. Now pull the abs in, nice and tight, up and down. Again, make sure you're breathing. Check to make sure our shoulders are not lifting up and down. Halfway on these, up and down and down. Hope your morning is going wonderful. It's a nice spring day. I've been trying to get plants into the ground with all this rain. It's so hard. 2 more, up and down, up and down. I am feeling that. So we're going to do some lunges now. Weight into your left leg, and a lot of times this is what happens, so squeeze everything, and when we're here, my spine is curved. We want a nice straight spine. Your right leg back, staying on the toes, and bend both knees, up and down. We are dropping straight down here, up and down. You can let go of the chair, up and down. Again, for 1 minute. You can come deeper if you want to, but careful with the knees or just up and down. We're pressing up through the front heel so we feel it more. 5 more seconds here, up and down, up and down. And then we're stepping the back foot in and changing legs, going right into the other side. Your heel is facing up, feet hip distance apart, up, down, and down. Try to press up through the front heel. Our toes are still down on the floor, but we're still pressing up as we're standing up. You can tell I'm a little more flexible on this side, and that's from my hip, the leg that's back. Up and down. Breathe. Breathe. Opposite arm can hang or to your waist. Don't want to use the arm to press up. Don't want to make it easier. And we're working this leg, so we don't want to press on that muscle. Nice deep breath, up and down, up and down. 2 more seconds. Ooh, yes. And then step back in. Let's take a nice deep breath, inhaling up and exhale. Inhale through the nose, exhale. 2 more. So we'll be doing calf raises. In the chair, you can take your feet out about the width of the chair, toes slightly turning out, and you'll just lift the heels. If you want to take your weight to the legs, go right ahead. Behind the chair, your feet. If you're in a chair like I am, it's about the width of the chair legs, and our toes are slightly turning out. Not leaning forward, standing up straight. You can use a few fingers on the chair or your hands. Going to lift the heels, squeeze the calf muscle, and bring them down. Doing this for 1 minute. Inhale, squeeze, heels all the way to the floor, up and down, up and down. I need this workout today, I really do. So during all of this, I was painting my house inside. I was only going to paint my kitchen and the cabinets, but I painted almost the whole house. So I'm talking so you're not thinking about these calf muscles that we're fatiguing. We're lifting up, and we are squeezing the calf muscle as we're lifting up, bring it all the way down, up and down. A little bit over halfway. Well, actually, we're almost there. Up and down, up and down. 2 more. This is also good for our ankles and the arches of our feet. And then bring them down. Going to stretch that a little bit before we go into the next. We still have more working in the calf muscle. So step your right foot back, bring the heel down, and we're in a runner's lunge. That stretch feels good to me in the calf muscle. That's where we're really stretching. The gastrocnemius, change legs. Woo. Nice stretch. We're holding the stretch for just a little bit. We're going back to the calf muscles. So stepping back in, we'll start on your right leg. Remember, hip not popping out, squeeze it, lengthen in the spine. And then with your left foot, it's coming back behind your right leg. Or just lift the knee and keep it lifted. But we're lifting our right heel. Only doing this for 30 seconds, and then we'll change legs. Up and down, up and down. Or go back to both legs, or sit, pause, and lift up and down. Yeah, I'm feeling it. Ooh, yeah. Up and down, and then we're changing legs. Remember, don't let the hip pop out. It's all about form and alignment. Lifting up and down, up and down. You can also keep the the knee lifted if you don't want to come behind the leg. Up and down, up, down, up, down. Doing these 30 seconds because these really will wear you out, and we have 5 more seconds. Up and down, up and down, and bring it down. Let's step the right leg back again, pressing through the heel. This is just a stretch in between. We will stretch out at the end. Look, my front knee really wants to turn in. I have to be very aware of it and press it out without my foot coming to the outside of my foot. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, change legs. Nice little stretch. And step back in. Going to come back to the chair. Water. I need water. And I probably will need more than you because I am talking while I'm doing this. But still, in 30 minutes, we need a sip of water every 15 minutes, especially when we're working out. And that's not a big drink, it's just a sip. So, let's move to the abs. Weights on one side of the chair while we're here. Let's pick them up, sorry. And let's work the obliques. Let's start by pulling the abs in and keeping them in. Reach from side to side. We're lifting up, sit up, pause, and other side. Now you don't have to lift the opposite arm. I'm doing that to protect my lower back. You can stay here. Check the abs, mine are wanting to release. We're pulling the abs in, we're reaching down. And we're trying to keep our shoulders in alignment so the top shoulder's not rolling in like this. Back and forth. And try to soften your lips. Relax through the jawline so we're not clenching our teeth. I caught myself doing that. It sometimes can become a habit. This is also a stretch too. Working on the obliques. I'm actually warming up. The air is on in here and the fans, and I'm still warming up from working out. Trying to keep us pretty much constantly moving. And one more set. We are going to put these down so we can move into the core. I'm going to angle so you can see my form. I've got a black shirt on and the chair is black. Sorry about that. So you can take your fingertips behind. Notice I wanted to arch there, which I should not be arching. Shoulders down. And going to inhale. Exhale, you're going to twist to your right, lift your right knee, take it towards your elbow, sit all the way up, twist, and other side. So it's twist, crunch, twist, and crunch. You can take your hands to your chest and do the same thing. A lot of times with our hands behind, they start coming in and we start to hunch over. And we don't want to do that. Again, 1 full minute. Pulling the belly in nice and tight. So it's like your navel drawing in towards your spine. Twist. If you can take your elbow to the outside of your leg. Up to you. Careful with the lower back. Anytime you're having any pain, especially a sharp shooting pain, Stop what you're doing, take a few breaths, and then come back to it, but modify. One more set here. And then we're sitting back up. Walk your feet out. We want to use our ankles instead of just stepping our feet out. And this is our Pilates saw. This is the one exercise that Joseph Pilates said if you did nothing else for your abs, this is the move to do. It's the same thing if we were on the floor, taking the hands, the arms out, and our palms are facing forward. Inhale. As you're inhaling, you're twisting, and you're taking the back of your left hand to the outside of your right leg. Sitting up, exhale. Your opposite arm reaches behind. So as we're reaching here, your opposite arm tries to reach behind if your shoulder will allow it. Let's go. Inhale, exhale and reach. Twist, exhale and reach. Full twist before you come forward. This is getting all of the abs. Watch the shoulders. I know I say that a lot, and I say it a lot when mine start climbing up. Reach, up, twist, reach down, sitting up. We do inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth in Pilates. Reach. Reach. Now, because our arms are staying lifted, you're probably feeling it in your shoulders. It does not take long for the arms to get heavy. Again, we're working against gravity, and we have 5 more seconds here. Twist, reach, reach, and reach. This is our last one, and reach. Now we're sitting up. Let's draw these shoulders down, relax them a little bit here. Going to use the ankles again and walk the feet in, and then adjust where you're sitting up nice and straight. A little more ab work will feel more like your leg work, but it does get into the abs. Your right leg stretches out. Your option is just to lift up and down here. If you want a little bit more, lift the leg, the thigh is still down on our chair, and we're turning the toe out. Sit up, pull the abs in, and it's a small circle. Control how you are drawing your circle. The knee can be bent. So 1, 2, I don't think we'll be able to do this for a full minute. And then change the direction, up and down or around. You can go up and down. This is harder. Going to feel it in this quadricep, but it's also working our lower abs. Bring the leg down, walk out a little. We're going to the other side. Stretch the leg out. Remember, your option is up and down. Or lift the leg, turn the toe out. That affects the hip, and we're drawing a circle. And this is when it gets hard, when we're working on something that's a hard movement, we tend to hold our breath. Make sure you're breathing. Opposite direction, going 10 seconds on each leg, and my leg is heavy. Now, if somebody's sitting and bring the leg down, if they're sitting watching us, that looks like an easy move. Slide over so you can take your right leg back, and we're on the toe. A little stretch here in this quadricep. Lean back and press through the leg, also stretching into our hip. Lean forward, draw the leg in, and we're changing sides. This is all we're doing, leaning back so we can press. If you feel it in your lower back, bring your chest forward and hands to your leg, but still pressing through this leg. Remember, there are always options in any of our movement. Should have pulled my sleeves up so you could see better. I'm sitting in this dark chair. I did not think of that. And then lean forward and step the leg in. Let's turn back. And we're going to walk the legs out again. And we're going to do a little stretching here. We're going to inhale up. Exhale, come forward, drop the arms, feel it in your hips. I do, and the inner thighs a little bit. And we're breathing as we're moving. Inhaling up. Exhale, drop the arms. We have more. This is not the end, but we were really, really active for over 30, almost 40 minutes. 2 more like this. Bring the arms down. And we're walking the feet back in. Going to do some push-ups, so our feet are a little bit wider than our hips. And turn your fingers in slightly. That makes a difference in the elbows. See how my elbows are going out? We're coming forward. Press up through the palms of your hands. Press up. Inhale, exhale. Pressing up and down. We are doing these for a minute. These are push-ups. So we have lat muscles so down the back. Latissimus dorsi. So we're pressing our shoulders down, engaging those muscles, keeping those muscles engaged while we pull our abs in. Check, are you breathing? Press up through the palms. You'll feel it in your shoulders also. And we're halfway there with these. If I looked at the clock right, pressing up, come forward, press up. You can do this on the floor, on your knees, on your toes, or go to the wall. It's working the same muscle group. Keep pressing the shoulders down so you feel the muscles in your back and you'll feel it in your chest also. And 2 more. Up. Exhale, come forward, sitting up. And let's roll the let the arms hang. Let's just relax the arms for a moment. My hair is all rolling in my face. And let's move the wrist. Work the wrist also in the forearms. The fire alarm. Maybe you'll come and let me know something. Then flex your right foot, take it at the ankle, and we're leaning forward or ankle above your knee. They could be testing the fire alarm, so I'm going to keep going. You might need some earplugs. We're sitting up, draw the knee up, rotate the ankle. Other direction. Going into, this is really stretching our hip flexors and our inner thighs. We're inhaling, sitting up, picking up the leg, rotate the ankle, or keep your ankle down, your heel down, and still rotate. We're going the opposite. Stretch both legs out, hands behind, and we're lifting the chest. This is stretching through the chest, draw the shoulders back, lift the chin. And we're sitting up, going into cat and cow. Round the spine, lift the chest, arch the back.